You lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Hey guys, J3 here. Welcome back. My thoughts on Ganyu. At first, I was a little skeptical about her just because everyone was saying how she was like a Cryo Amber. She had a taunt, AoE, Rainstorm, kind of like her, but it was a lot bigger. And then she was pretty timid, so her personality didn't really get me, so I was on the fence on wanting to get her. And then I saw her performance. When I saw her get her charge shot level 2, man, she is nuts. She hits like a bazooka, and I think that made me want to pull for her almost instantly when she came out to NA. Now to start off, what I enjoy about Ganyu is that she's a safe DPS, ranged, really easy to play, and can work as a main or sub DPS, which is really good in my opinion for her longevity. What I hate about Ganyu is that it could get old waiting for this charge level 2 shots. You want to switch it up from time to time. She is easily interrupted if I'm not aware of all the enemies, especially people who throw projectiles and I don't see it coming. But other than that, I still believe that she's solid all around. Even though if she does get power crept, I think she can still work as a sub DPS just because she can get her ult up almost 100% uptime if you do it correctly. So build that I'm using currently on her, she's level 80, 2100 attack, and then we have 25% crit rate. I'll explain more about the crit rates another time, why I have it so low, and then 147% crit damage. And then I have her at 130% energy recharge. I got pretty unlucky with the artifacts. I'm gonna get to that in a second. 61% cryo cup. And then for my weapon, I currently have level 90 prototype crescent. I don't have anything else I could use. I could use the skyward, but I currently have that on someone else. But I think she does fine with this, especially, and she does get her bonus and helps out her bloom damage. Let's share on her for the increased cryo. I think this is a very consistent damage dealer. And then for this helps me get more crit rate for my build, since I didn't really roll well on him. Flower, as you can see, it's not that great. Most of it rolled into EM. This one rolled mostly into HP. This was not too bad, but the HP is not that good. Maybe for survivability. This is the only cryo cup that I had at the moment. And then I have a crit damage. This one's not bad too. Rolled into crit rate, energy recharge. So pretty scuffed artifacts, but it works. 0 constellations. And right now I have her at level 8 normal attack, level 2 for the E, and then ult at level 3. I want to talk about the party comp in another video because I think she can work with many other party comps like double the Nemo, melt build, freeze build. I think she works with a lot of comps, so I think I can cover that in another video. Alright, now my bow recommendations for Ganyu. For the 3 stars, start with the 3 stars. So the Raven bow, I wouldn't do this. The elemental mastery is kind of hard to get, so you're gonna need to have someone keep applying pyro. I would prefer for the melt damage. So the main stat on this is not that hopeful. If you have her as a main DPS, Sharpshooter's Oath has crit damage on it, does more damage on the weak spot, so it's good against most people that you can headshot, of course. But yeah, if you only have 3 stars, then this is a pretty good bow. Recurve bow does defeating opponent restores HP. You don't really need that. It has an HP percent as a substat. You don't really need that either, and has one of the lower flat attacks on it, so I wouldn't recommend this one. Slingshot has crit rate on it, can help you if you need that stat, and then increases your damage by I think 36% when it either normal or charge attack, but most of the time you're going to be doing charge attack anyway, so Slingshot and the Sharpshooter's Oath is not too bad. And then the Messenger also has crit damage on it, deals an additional 100% attack damage as crit damage, but it can only recur once every 10 seconds. So it's gonna be a good burst, but it's not gonna be as consistent as the other two 3-star weapons in my opinion. Going into Favonia's bow, I believe this is an energy recharge. You will generate more. If you have her as a sub DPS, I think this is a pretty good option. If you want to get your ult more, and if you wanna keep melting with another person instead of her, keep that ult up on the field at all times. Stringless, this is usually for just the montages, just for your ult, your elemental burst to hit harder. So I wouldn't really recommend this, because honestly, where she really shines is her charge 2 auto attack or auto charged. Sacrificial, for this one, it's gonna be refreshing your E, so you don't really use that much. You usually just use it for defensive, so I wouldn't recommend this. Royal Bow has an attack percent on it, increases your crit rate by 8%, but it removes the stacks after you make a crit hit. So this is kind of situational. You don't really need this out of the 4. I would even take the Favonius over it, and it's free. The rest, I would not want to put this on her because it decreases the charged attack, and a lot of her damage comes from that charged attack. Attack percent is a good stat though. And then currently what I'm using, the Prototype Crescent, the effect on it does work on her bloom damage, so this is one I could easily recommend to people. Compound Bow has physical damage. She doesn't do physical damage, so this is straight off. I wouldn't want to use it. Crit damage has a crit. This one has crit damage main stat on it. Pretty situational, but it's a good bow if you don't have anything else, and it could help you get the stats easier. Probably go for a crit rate circlet instead of crit damage. This is giving you crit damage off the main stat. Same as this one. This one gives a crit chance, and I've seen that the passive does proc off her hits. So if you need some CC, this is a good option off, but you do need to purchase this from the battle pass. Of course, if you have a 5-star weapon, slap this on them. Both Skyward Harp and Amos Bow, but between the two, Amos Bow is better. I'll get to that in a second, but Skyward Harp will help you with getting the stats. It does give crit rate and crit damage off the bat. Is a good stat stick, and I think it's a good general bow overall. And the Amos Bow is the best for her, just purely because the charged damage does buff up her bloom damage as well. And I think the Amos Bow with Ganyu is monstrous. I don't think there's any other bow that's better than Amos with Ganyu. I don't even think there is any other unit that could do it as good as her either, just because of the charge level 2. And then a quick rundown on the artifacts. I think she does well with a lot of them. So I think the easiest for most people would be the Blizzard Strayer. If you want her to be a main DPS and a sub DPS, along with the 4-piece set bonus, makes it easier for you to get that crit rate stat if you can't get it like me, if you get pretty unlucky. And then the cryo damage bonus is just good overall, buffs her normal, charged, E, ultimate. So it's pretty good. I wouldn't recommend this just because it's the only benefit you'd get would be from the attack percent, but the 4-piece set doesn't really help. Now, Wondrous Troop, if you have Ganyu as a main DPS, I highly recommend using this if you're going to keep her on the field most of the time. Wondrous Troop really increases her charge damage. It does increase her bloom damage as well, so her damage will skyrocket a lot more. But it's really hard to get these troop pieces because you can only get it from our weekly bosses. Very few things. You could get it off the Regis Vines as well, but it's pretty rare drop. Can't really farm it compared to the Blizzard Strayer up top. So, and then of course, Tracing Bolide. If you have a shielder, and if you can keep the shield on, this one's not bad to have on her, but it's pretty situational. You really need another sub DPS to give her those shields. But other than that, if you do want to make her a support or sub DPS, you could slap this on her, but I prefer this on someone like Bennett or even Jean. But yeah, you could make her ult stronger if you really just want to keep her off the field. This does work on her abilities as well. So I currently have her at C0, but if you were going for Constellations, C1, pretty good investment. Pretty much boosts her own damage if you want her C1 minus 15% to the cryo, so that means she'll do more damage and she gets more energy. More energy means more ults, really good, pretty good C1. C2, of course, you get another charge, but you really need to use that E that much most of the time. You're gonna be dodging with sprint anyway. And then this increases your celestial shower damage, always nice. If the enemies are in your ult, they will do increased damage, so this further increases her own damage, so this is good as well. And then her C6 is where if you ever get it, is it really good for her, because her next charge attack will be instantly charged, and then she could just dish out a huge burst right after every other shot, so she can do enormous DPS at C6. But you don't really need any of these if you want C1 versus, what's the weapon, Amos bow. In my opinion, I think you should go for Amos bow, but if you want the guaranteed power, the C1 isn't that bad as well, but it's only a 50% increase versus an Amos bow, which increases your charged attack by I believe 12%, and this one only occurs 4 to 6 seconds, but that's just my take between the two. I had a pretty easy comp to do the Xingqiu into her for the freeze, and then these two for the pyro increase. Wouldn't be too bad. One of the things I don't really like about her is that she's pretty bad against oh, I can't even aim. I guess one thing too, but she's really bad against like shields, so you're gonna need someone else to break these shields. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I do even if you're bad at aiming, just aim for the floor. Let the bloom just do the damage. That's what I like about her too. But you know, for mobile users, this is pretty tough. Keep in mind this is a prototype crescent, so this is easily this can be easily replicated. And then yeah, I don't really have to think about it too much. Just play it safe. Oh god. God damn, him with Sack's great. I love it. I think that was during that was under the Bennett ult. But yeah, as you can see, even with I think I had 25% crit rate, them having the cryo debuff really helps me crit. God damn it, what am I gonna do with you? Oh, you can hit. Oh, when they're charging, you can hit them. Those are pretty much the vulnerable times. But yeah, when they're guarding, then you can't really shoot them anymore. Like that was an open spot, but now I won't be able to shoot him. Even if I'm on the side, if I try to shoot, the ground, he'll be blocking it. Fortunately, I think that covers it for most of the talking. I guess I gotta do some showcases.
せっかくのチャンスだ。本気を出して俺を楽しませてくれ。投稿も一つの選択だよ。俺は敗者に優しいからね。少しは成長。関係者、風雪の縮図。
Couldn't get it off the rip, but it's okay. Got a good crit, but yeah, it's okay. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed my video. Closing thoughts, she's very safe DPS. I'm really happy that I pulled for her, especially after seeing her performance at release, seeing a lot of people enjoy her. Just her playstyle could get a little old, but she's very efficient at what she does. I know this video came out after she released, but I just wanted to show you guys my build, and she's totally fine without that much investment needed. So anyways, the next video probably going to be doing a Ganyu versus Zhao, and my thoughts are between those two. You guys have any more questions or any questions? Oh god damn it. If you guys have any questions, visit my my Twitch channel or my Discord. I'm always on either or. But if anything, yeah. See, this is what I keep stumbling upon myself. I suck at these things. Alright. I'm just gonna end it there. See y'all in the next one.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.